for the final game of Championship Sunday at the 2019 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Championships. This is the game we've all been waiting for. It's the boys' final between the #1 seed Crusaders from Rockford Lutheran and the Comets from Peoria Christ. This is a rematch of just a few weeks ago where Peoria Christ defeated Rockford Lutheran 44-29. This is a rematch of the national championship game from 2 years ago. These two teams know each other well, and Peter, we're going to have a battle today.
And a high-scoring one at that. These two teams come into this game, be two leading scoring teams in this tournament. I would expect nothing less than a track meet for the next 24 minutes, Rye.
So Rockford Lutheran comes in this game after defeating St. John's Lombard 50-21 on Friday. East Dundee Emmanuel Saturday morning 60-31. And last night against Emmanuel Palatine 40-37. Peoria Christ comes in this game after defeating St. John's Chester 48-25 on Friday. St. Peter Arlington Yites yesterday in the quarters 47-28. And Trinity Roselle last night 48-37. Let's go down to PA address announcer Eric Young with today's starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Lutheran Sports Association of Illinois, I would like to welcome you to St. Peter Lutheran School in Arlington Heights and to this, the boys' championship game for the state of Illinois. We would also like to welcome our guests from around the world watching us on the internet live stream at www.LuthsportsTV.org. Before we begin, we ask that all participants and spectators conduct themselves in a God-pleasing manner before, during, and after this basketball game. The Lsa Sportsmanship Award will be presented this weekend to the school whose behaviors of its coaches, players, and fans best demonstrate Christian sportsmanship. And now, let's meet the teams. This championship game features the guests on the scoreboard, the Comets from Christ Lutheran in Peoria. And the home team on the scoreboard, the Crusaders from Rockford Lutheran Junior High. First, let's meet the Comets. Coming to us with a record of 21 wins and 3 losses, they are the champion of the Central Illinois Lutheran Conference. Here at this tournament, they defeated St. John Chester, St. Peter Arlington Heights, and Trinity Roselle to get to this spot. Now, let's meet the non-starters first. Number 4, Daquan Little. Number 5, Nick Louderman. Number 12, Taurus Boet. Number 21, Joe Lamberti. Number 22, Hector Izagari. Number 23, Kendall Johnson. Number 32, Nehemiah Holland. Number 33, Abram Gunn. And number 35, Cameron Grayer. And now the starters for Christ. A guard, 8th grader, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, wearing number 3, Wade Jackson. At a forward, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 8th grader, number 10, Corey Weisinger. At a guard, 8th grader, 5 feet 1, number 11, Kenneth Rutherford. Another forward, 5 feet 6 inches tall, 8th grader, Cooper Weibel. And at center, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 8th grader number 24, Caleb Lawson. The Comets are coached by Terry Mooney Jr., assisted by Terry Mooney Sr. and Dario Lamberti. And now for the Crusaders from Rockford Lutheran Junior High. They come to us with a current record of 27 wins and 2 losses. They are the champions of the DLR tournament, the Belvedere tournament, the Rockford Lutheran Black Friday tourney, the Northern Conference, and the Northern Conference tournament. Their tournament road this weekend includes wins versus St. John's Lombard, Emmanuel East Dundee, and Emmanuel Palatine. First, the non-starters for the Crusaders. Number 2, Oshavian Dismuke. Number 14, Brody Pletch. Number 20, Colin Jones. Number 22, Preston Sanders. Number 23, Jaden Gray. Number 24, Jalen Robinson. Number 25, Jonah Miller. And number 35, Samuel Sawtell. And now the starters for the Crusaders. At one guard, 5 feet 7 inches tall and 8th grader, number 12, Walter Hill. At another guard, 5 feet 7 inches, 8th grader, number 13, Blake Brogy. At another guard, 5 feet 7, 8th grader, guard number 15, Carter Ellerton. At yet another guard, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 8th grader, number 21, King Hughes. And center, standing 6'4", 8th grader, number 50, Anders Learman. The Crusaders are coached by John Penny, assistant coach Chad Brogy, and Walt Hill. Now, as we do before all games here at LSA Weekend, we are going to begin this game in a word of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us to the conclusion of a great weekend. Please bless us in this game here today. Be with the players as they compete, giving them the power to do their best. Be with the coaches, referees, officials, and fans as this game unfolds. Help us all to display the highest level of competitive sportsmanship and Christian character. In your name we play, amen.
All right, Peter, so starting for the visiting Comets, number 3, Wade Jackson, 10, Corey Weisinger, 11, Kenneth Rutherford, number 13, Cooper Weibel, and 24, Caleb Lawson. And for the Crusaders in the white tops, gray bottoms, number 12, Walter Hill, 13, Blake Brogy, 15, Carter Ellerton, 21, King Hughes, and 50, Anders Learman. Anders is 6'4". Look, Peter, look at the height difference between Lawson and, excuse me, not Lawson.
We'll take Learman on this jump ball.
And ironically, the Comets get the tip as he almost steps over. But the Comets in the all blue working left to right. Rutherford will bring it up. 1-2-2 zone defense. Crusaders are set up. Weibel open for 3 in the corner, off the front of the rim. And no second chance opportunity there for the Comets.
Good job at limiting to one possession.
Ellerton with the open 3, excuse me, Brogy with the open 3, he's got it. Blake Brogy's first basket of the game, and it's a big one as it puts him on top 3-0. Brogy comes in this game as the second leading scorer for the Crusaders, averaging 11 points a game in this tournament. He did have 20 in yesterday's semifinal win.
If he starts shooting like this and continues, it could be for another 20.
Three-pointer attempt is no good, and the Crusaders are pushing. It's been the Walter Hill and Brogy story through the first 2 days. Walter Hill with the tough take off the rim, can't get it. Rebounded by Caleb Lawson. And for the Comets, It's been Cooper Weibel and Wade Jackson between the two, averaging 30 points per game out of the 48.
You really just summed up both teams' offensive strategies, and 2 sentences there, Rod, and they really rely on the top 2 guys to provide most of their scoring.
Brogy almost with the steal, work down low to Lawson. Lawson gets with a kiss off the rim, off the backboard, and the Comets get on the board, and it's 3-2 Crusaders.
Lawson's not afraid to take it at Learman at all. It goes right over the top of the 6'4" 8th grader for the 2.
Lawson with only 4 made field goals through the first 3 games. So trying to get some points out of the, take away from the top 2 is going to be key for the Comets.
And the Crusaders as well. Both teams, like we said, rely on 2 guys to score most of their points. So supporting cast may be big here.
Both number 13s. That's the matchup we were hoping to see. Broke a nice
Good
pass
dish.
to Learman down low, in and out. Strong rebound by Lawson, and the Comets are pushing. Great pass to Weisinger. Weisinger long on the shot, and the ball gets knocked away, and it'll stay with the Comets.
Good pass up to Weisinger. Just couldn't get that layup to go. On the other end, Learman had a good look off that dish from Brogy. Just faded away from the hoop. Should have gone in strong, but got plenty of time to redeem himself here. Right.
3:45 to go in this first opening period. Crusaders lead the Comets 3-2. We do expect this to be a high-scoring affair.
The Comets come in as we see a nice take there.
Weibel with the missed shot.
Short, but Comets are scoring 48 a game. Crusaders are scoring 50 a game. So be surprised if this was anything but high scoring.
Brogy with the open 3 at the top of the key, in and out. Strong rebound by King Hughes. No good, and finally, Wade Jackson's able to grab it. And we're gonna have a foul on the floor, and that one's gonna be on number 21, King Hughes. And that's gonna be Hughes' team's first. Both teams, Peter, have missed point-blank shots in the last 2 possessions.
Surprising for both these teams. They're used to situations like this, used to big games. So coming out a little sluggish is a bit of a surprise to me.
Weibel, 3-pointer is open from the corner, in and out.
Good board there.
Rebound by Rutherford. Weibel again short on that, fouls a shot. And offensive rebound putback is good for Wade Jackson. And just like that, the Comets take the lead at 4-3.
Some dangerous trends there for Rockford on defense, giving up second chance points and giving up threes.
What a take by Hill. Does not get the friendly roll. And Jackson's pushing. Well, we're going to have a traveling violation as he had Weibel wide open in the corner. Couple substitutions. Checking in for the Crusaders is number 22, Preston Sanders. And checking in for the Comets is number 4, Daquan Little. So 4-3 is your score. Comets with the lead early on in this first quarter of the championship game of the 2019 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Championships.
Weibel doing a great job there defensively, staying with Brogy.
And the ball gets knocked away. Will stay with the Crusaders.
Another matchup to watch is Hill and Rutherford here. Hill has a sizable height advantage, but hasn't been able to shake Rutherford at all so far.
Oh, Hill, nice take, nice.
Good D there by
gets
Jackson.
Knocked it away, and the ball gets knocked off Ellerton, and it'll go back to the Comets.
Wonderful drive and dish there by Hill. Even better defense there by Wade Jackson to poke that ball away from King Hughes on the post, or in the block.
Hill with a little shake and bake. And if he's going to do that all game, Peter.
Whew. Look at
what Jackson.
Just dribbles through the press by himself and allows Comets to set up their offense.
Rutherford takes the baseline. Rutherford works around a Weibel. Weibel still yet to make one. He banks it in. And
what an angle.
For those who can't see it close enough, Weibel's face when that thing went in was pure shock.
I don't know if he was more shocked that it hit the backboard or that it went in after that.
Brogy with the long 2 off the rim. King Hughes with the rebound.
Good.
In and out. And Wade Jackson's able to get another rebound. Wade Jackson already has 4 rebounds. He takes it coast to coast. Doesn't get it. Weibel with the offense rebound. He gets it. Weibel now with 5 points. And the Comets on. And we're gonna have a turnover there on the Crusaders. But as I was saying, it's all Comets right now. A 9-0 run for the Comets.
big run here as we're going to see a timeout.
Coach John Penny wants to slow things down here. The Crusaders, Peter, have not been using their size to their advantage. You know, they had a couple the tough part is they've had a couple opportunities and they missed point-blank shots.
Yep.
And the Comets are taking advantage on the other side.
Well, the Comets are getting point-blank opportunities and now starting to convert, and that's how they've been able to build the 6-point lead. But yeah, I agree that Rockford Lutheran is not using the size they have inside. They do have a very stark,
already an 8-4 rebounding advantage too for the Comets. So
yeah, so Peoria has just been more pesky on the boards and more active rebounding, and that's why they've started out this game with a lead.
So the Comets get the ball underneath their own basket after the Crusader turnover. And a poor pass, Brogy with the steal, and Brogy's taken all the way, and the basket is good. Blake Brogy with all the points so far for Rockford. He'll get a chance to go to the free throw line for one. Brogy's 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far in this tournament. Looking to cut into that 4-point lead. That foul's gonna be on Rutherford, his team's first. And he converts. Brogy with all 6 of the team's points, and the lead is down to 3. And Rockford sets up their full court press. Again, Jackson able to break it by himself. Weibel again open for 3, and again in buckets. According to the fellow next to me, Weibel's got 8 points, and the lead's back up to 6 at 12-6.
Weibel's been able to do as he pleases on the 3-point arc so far this game. We see great pressure there by Rutherford and Jackson.
Rutherford to Jackson. Jackson is good. Jackson now with 4 points, and the lead is 8. And if the Crusaders don't slow things down here a little bit, Peter, this game could be a rout.
The way Peoria is playing, they're going to be tough to beat.
We're going to travel on Hughes. But what a start.
I mean, can't really put pressure on because Jackson is just too good with the ball for Peoria. He's been able to dribble wherever he pleases. So you're going to have to find a way to get the ball out of his hands and pressure other ways, pressure other players with the ball.
So they took off the size advantage, so Learman's on the bench. And it looks like Jackson's going to hold for 1 shot.
Yeah, got to watch Weibel in the corner. He's been muddy from there the last couple of possessions.
So 10 seconds to go. Rutherford, the coach says hit it off the front of the rim. And Brogy, 2 seconds left. Brogy stops. 3-pointer at the buzzer is good. Blake Brogy with a huge tournament events. The Comets had the ball, 4 seconds left, and then on the other side, Brogy gathers a rebound and takes it, and my goodness, Peter, we still have a game.
That was a huge momentum-building 3 to end the first period by Brogy there. Did a great job of, pump faking, so Jackson didn't block him on that shot attempt. Then had the composure to still knock down the 28-footer. He's got all of his team's points, and that's a good trend for Rockford Lutheran so far, that they're only down 5 and they've had 1 guy score.
So Blake Brogy with all 9 points. The Comets, it's been the Cooper Weibel show, just kind of like what we expected going into it. Leading 3-point shooter in the tournament. Actually now tied with, after that last 3, Blake Brogy and Weibel are tied for the 3-point lead.
And we can see why. They're both very good dead-eye shooters from the perimeter, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more 3s made here in the next 3 quarters.
So Crusaders to get the ball to start off the second quarter.
I think Rockford Lutheran on defense here has to really key in on Weibel, though. They've given him way too many open looks. He's only been able to knock down 2, but he had 3 early on in the right corner that he just wasn't able to finish.
What kind of shoes does Brogy have there, Peter?
Those would be Kyrie 4s.
For those that have just tuned in, Peter Roth is our local shoe expert. And if I see a pair of shoes that looks a little interesting, I'll ask Peter.
Those are actually a pair.
Brogy again for 3, and he's got it again. When Peter Roth likes it, he gives a little, oh! And Brogy now with all 12 of the game's points. 3-point attempt is no good. King Hughes is able to grab a rebound. And we're going to have another traveling violation on King Hughes.
Right, it's the Tony Romo in me, you know, when I'm excited, you know, see something cool, sound effects come out of my mouth that I may or may not be prepared for.
Yeah, we won't judge, Peter.
That's totally fine. Let's try to fit in before Brogy knocked down that 3 that those shoes are actually in honor of Day of the Dead. Dia de los Muertos.
Deal of the day. Good here. Wade Jackson, we're going to have a foul on the floor on Ellerton. Jackson's tying his shoe. So the Comets, though, Peter, you look at it looks like they've got a team shoe. They're all members of the team are all wearing the same pair of shoes.
Yeah, not bad. And that blue color is very striking.
Do you see? You know, from your watching basketball, do you see the team shoe as much anymore, or does most players wear their own individual shoe?
Really depends on the program. I mean, the school I used to coach at in Madison had team shoes, but otherwise most schools in the conference had their own. So, you know, depends on the athletic department.
Jackson works around Rutherford. Rutherford thought about the 3.
Jackson's just so smooth with the ball. It's hard to get him flustered at all, no matter what you throw at him pressure-wise.
Jackson. God, Jackson doesn't have to do. Jackson gets the ball almost stolen away. This time he gets stolen away. Ellerton gets the ball stolen right back away by Jackson. What an effort there by Jackson. And Jackson's got numbers. Rutherford with the runner a little bit long, and Hill's able to get the rebound, and then Hill almost throws it away. Sloppy passing right now for the Crusaders. Brogy's on fire off the front of the rim on that one, and King Hughes is able to save it. Team's going a little too fast.
This is what we expected, though. Both teams are going to go fast. It's just a matter of keeping yourself
Hill
composed.
Off the rim on that one. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Comets.
I mean, those aren't bad shots in Rockford Lutheran's offense. They've made 23s coming into this game. They've made 3 more courtesy of Blake Brogy. But Hill's also a very good 3-point shooter.
So 7.5 minutes into this game, and Blake Brogy has 12 points. The rest of his teammates have 0. And Daquan Little's going to get whistled for the traveling violation there.
Good job there by Rockford Lutheran, double teaming Wade Jackson and forcing Peoria to enter the ball into a different, you know, main ball handler.
So we'll see if they do more of that with to frustrate Jackson more. Preston Sanders misses the shot there, and here comes Jackson. Jackson with 5 rebounds in this game. Jackson likes to go. Rutherford thought about the 3, and Rutherford's going to whistle, and the basket is good. What a take by Kenneth Rutherford, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 1. And that foul is going to be on number 13, Blake Brogy. But what a take by Rutherford.
Yeah, strong take there by number 11. Measures in at 5'1", but, you know, looked about 6'1" going to the hoop there in the post. He's the 3rd leading scorer so far this weekend for Peoria, averaging just under 6 a game, so he could be a key.
And he converts. After watching the last game, Peter, it's refreshing to see teams make free throws.
Well, I mean, Palatine made some, you know, on their 11th and 12th opportunities. So,
but 6 for 18 from the free throw line. They still prevailed.
Yeah, they're still state champs. So I guess you can let it slide when that's the case.
Brogy works it down to Ellerton. Ellerton almost loses it, and Weibel is able to get the steal. And Weibel has got nice behind the back dribble up, and the basket is good. Oh my, Peter.
A little razzle dazzle.
Little hashtag SC Top 10. What a play by Cooper Weibel.
Not just a 3-point shooter, Cooper Weibel.
What a play. I just can't get it. What a play. Carter, what a play. Oh my, Peter. Just too much. Finally, Sanders tracks down the rebound, but
surprising free throw miss coming.
Oh my gosh. Hill with the runner. A little too hard on that one, but my goodness. Cooper wide open for 3, a little bit long. And tough take is good by Lawson. Lawson now with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and the lead is up to 9 at 21-12.
More second chance points for Peoria. They're doing a lot of damage with those rebounds on the offensive end.
Brogy is able to set. Brogy is off the rim on that one. King Hughes is able to track down the rebound. So King Hughes now with 5 rebounds in this game. Has yet to score, though.
Rockford Lutheran needs someone to help Brogy out offensively.
And the shot, it's just not there. Cooper takes it right at Brogy, and Cooper throws it up. This time he misses it, and the ball's finally picked up by Ellerton. And we're gonna have a foul on Rutherford. Rockford's just playing a little too far. And I know we expected to see this game to be up and running, but Rockford's got 12 points with 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Peter. It's not there offensively right now. So
12 points, 7 turnovers, a whole lot of missed shots, a whole lot of contested shots. I understand you want to go fast, but you also want to use the speed to your advantage, and you just don't want to go recklessly into the rim every time. So it's got to be a controlled chaos sort of at offense that Rockford Lutheran needs to start, doing in order to cut in this 9-point lead.
So Weibel picked his. Weibel takes it all the way to up and good. Weibel now with 12 points, and the lead is 11 at 23-12. Walter Hill with a long three, in and out, and we're gonna have an over the back foul on Ellerton. That's gonna be Ellerton's 3rd foul. And Cooper Weibel is just, we knew going into it, Peter, that he was the leading scorer of this team so far through this tournament. He averaged 16 points a game, 7 3-pointers made, but man, in person,
he's been that more. And then Wade Jackson on the other side.
Takes it right at Learman, in and out. And we're gonna have a foul. Actually, we're gonna have a jump ball, and that possession arrow will go back to the Comets. Jackson, Peter, is just so quick. There's really no point right now for the Crusaders to put any sort of pressure on the ball.
It's not going to do anything, I feel like. You can pressure him all you want, but he's dribbled through every double team that Rockford Lutheran's thrown at him. It's just, not working so far defensively to try and pressure Wade Jackson.
So nobody picks up Weibel. Again, open for 3 in the corner, and in and out. That looked like it was going to drop there, Peter, too. Everything else has for him.
More surprising when he misses at this point in the game.
Hill trying to get things going, and Hill gets the ball tipped. Hill finally, Walter Hill finally gets in the scorecard. That cuts the lead down to 9.
Sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to go in.
Jackson, nice ball reversal to Rutherford. Jackson's just so fast, and can lead to just wide open shots for pretty much everybody.
As it has for mainly Cooper Weibel so far in this first half.
And there's another one. Oh, he thought about it.
Good close there by Hughes to shut off Weibel's
Rutherford takes it at Learman, and we're going to have a foul, I think, on King Hughes. So the foul wasn't on Learman. So he had the block, but King Hughes gave the body to Finn. So Hughes picked up his 2nd. Rutherford to the line for 2. Rutherford, so far in this tournament, 3 for 5. Actually, now 5 for 7 from the free throw line. He's averaged about 6 points a game in this tournament so far, but they haven't had. It's been pretty, other than the Cooper Weibel and Wade Jackson, it's been pretty balanced for the rest of the players. And Rutherford hits both, and the lead is back up to 11 at 25-14.
And having someone like Rutherford step up here and knock down a few key shots, make his free throws is huge in a game like this.
So Joe Lamberti checks in the game for the Comets. So Crusaders still struggling offensively. Jackson with Hughes with Jackson on him. Hill with the step back. It's in and out. Learman with the rebound, in and out. And we're going to have, it looks like we're going to have a foul on Jalen Robinson. Another point-blank miss for Learman. So Robinson picks up his first foul, team 7th. The free throw line for a 1-and-1 is Corey Weisinger.
Tough first half all around for Rockford Lutheran shooting-wise. No one's really been able to get into a rhythm outside of Blake Brogy knocking down 4 threes.
So we'll see if then the first quarter was a Blake Brogy 3 that really turned things around. Weisinger's missed on the free throw. The one saving grace is Hughes already with 7 rebounds in this game. So 41 seconds to go. Crusaders need to get something going offensively.
And Brogy hasn't really been able to get open so far.
Hill with Hill long on 3, but nice offensive rebound and by Jalen Robinson. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. And maybe that's what gets going, Peter.
I could use, you know, any sort of spark here right now, Ryan.
So that foul, Rutherford just picked up his third foul, so he's the only person on their team with any sort of fouls. Robinson converts on the first. Robinson so far in this tournament, that was actually his first made free throw, so now 1 for 3 from the tournament from the free throw line. Only 4 total points.
Not a bad time for your first made free throw. See if you can make it 2 in a row.
He misses the second. Learman gets the offensive rebound, and we're going to have an over and back call. So Learman gets the rebound, unfortunately throws the ball away. So 25-15 is your score. 27 seconds to go. Jackson will slow things down.
Work for the last shot, it looks like. At worst, at that point, you're going into halftime with a 10-point lead.
Nice play by Weisinger, loses it. Weibel rips it away from
great hustle by
Learman.
Weibel.
9 seconds to go. Set up for Jackson. Jackson sees Weibel. Jackson, and he's going to get fouled. Jackson could have had the extra pass there, but he still gets fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Not the ideal defensive result there for Rockford Lutheran.
And that's going to be King Hughes' third as well. So Hughes and Ellerton both with 3 fouls apiece. With 0.7 seconds left, Jackson the line for 2. Has struggled from the free throw line so far in this tournament, 3 for 7. Makes that one. The reverse jinx. So checking in the game for the Comets is number 32, Nehemiah Holland, as well as number 12, Horace Bow. So one more attempt for Jackson. He's got 5 points so far in this game. And he's got in and out. Offensive rebound by Weisinger at the buzzer, but there was only 0.7 seconds left. And at the half, the Comet, it's been all Comets as they lead the Crusaders 26-15.
That was an impressive showing in that first half by Peoria Christ. I mean, between Wade Jackson's dribbling and, you know, ball control and Cooper Weibel's offensive output, they're going to be tough to beat if they can continue that in the second half.
So Peter and I will be back here in just a few minutes with some halftime stats. And we're back live at the half of the 2019 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Championships. We are at the half of the final game of today, the championship boys game between the Comets of Peoria Christ and the Crusaders from Rockford Lutheran. Leading scorers so far for the Comets at the half, it's Cooper Weibel with 12 points. Wade Jackson added in 5, Kenneth Rutherford had 5, and Caleb Lawson with 4. And for the Crusaders, it was 12 points out of Blake Brogy, 2 out of Walter Hill, and 1 out of Jalen Robinson. Peter, if the Crusaders are going to come back in this game, what are they going to have to do?
It's got to start with offensive production, really, Rye. No one for the Crusaders outside of Blake Brogy was able to get into a rhythm and knock down shots. As a team, they were 5 of 22 from the field. And, I mean, that really is the storyline of the game where, you know, they've had open looks at some possessions that haven't capitalized. And then in the second quarter, Peoria put the clamps down defensively and was able to extend this lead to 11.
So just about to start the second half. Again, Peoria Christ has won the last 2 LSA Boys State Championships. So dating back to 2005, they have won 7. So 7 of the last 13 has been won by Peoria Christ. So starting the second half for the Crusaders is Ellerton, Brogy, Hill, Learman, and Hughes. And for the Comets is Weibel, Rutherford, Weisinger, Jackson, and Lawson. Again, for those just tuning in, Crusader is in the white tops, black bottoms. They are working left to right. Brogy, who is the hot hand, really most of the first quarter. Nice pass to King Hughes. Could have had it, but gets it to Ellerton for a little bit better of a look. No good. Brogy fouls it, and we're going to have a jump ball, possession arrow, Comets. So another Crusader miss, and the ball will go right back to the Comets.
Would like to see Hughes go up with that one. He, already had the cut on the baseline and had the hoop open. Decided to kick it out to Ellerton for the 3, but might have had a better shot at that easier 2 there.
Hughes with 13 made 2s so far in this tournament has yet to make a point so far in this game. And poor pass by Jackson, and Hughes is pushing. Hughes takes it all the way to the hole, and good. It's the reverse, Peter. And we're back to a single-digit game at 26-17.
It's a rare mistake by Wade Jackson offensively too, to throw that errant pass and allow King Hughes to get Rockford Lutheran on the board here in the 3rd quarter.
Jackson, Hughes has got to be careful. And it's Jackson steps out of bounds, and the ball will go right back to Rockford. Tough play, two plays in a row by Jackson, Peter. Very unlike, but Brogy takes it right at Weibel, up and in and out.
Good look by Brogy there, but yeah, very uncharacteristic here as Rockford Lutheran's kind of been able to turn up the pressure these first couple possessions and cause turnovers, which we didn't see at all first half.
The closeout on the Weibel, and we're gonna have a blocking foul on Brogy. So Brogy just picked up his 2nd foul, and the ball will stay with the Comets. Big 9-3 foul discrepancy so far in this game.
Jackson is
Jackson sees some room, looks on a Weibel, wide open for 3 in the corner. You can't leave him open. In and out, and King Hughes is able to grab another rebound.
Great job there by Jackson to bait the defense into pressuring and overextending and leaving Weibel open in the corner. Just wasn't able to knock it down that time.
Nice move by Brogy. Brogy with the left-hander gets the ball taken away from Lawson. Great defensive effort there by Lawson, and Jackson's pushing. Jackson takes it all the way to the hole, in and out.
What a board by
Lawson puts it up, and we're going to have a foul. And Lawson's going to go to the line for 2.
What a great job by Lawson. Out-jumping Hughes, securing the rebound, and then drawing the foul, going back up.
That foul is going to be on number 50, Anders Learman, his first, team 2nd. Caleb Lawson has yet to attempt a free throw so far in this tournament. We'll go to the line for 2. Off the rim on the first. So 26-17 is your score. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. As a team, the Comets are 4 for 8 from the free throw line. Make that 5 for 9, and the lead's back up to 10 at 27-17.
Rockford Lutheran needs to make the most out of these possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so they're not, chasing the entire 4th quarter as well. Oh, good first step there by Brogy.
Nice effort. Learman down low, up and good. Learman's had a couple of those. Finally, he converts on one, and the lead is down to 8 at 27-19.
Was created by Brogy with that quick first step to get by the defender and draw the Learman's defender.
Weibel again open for 3 in the corner, and every single one of those, Peter, look like they're going in.
He's still finding a way to get open, even after all of the shots he made in the first half.
Jackson literally takes it on 4 guys and banks it in. You can't teach that, Peter. Wade Jackson, what a play.
He's been dribbling through 4 defenders for what seems like the entire game and hasn't, strung him up once.
Jackson with 7 points now in this game. Hill takes it all the way. Nice pass to Learman, and Learman's gonna get the ball blocked by Jackson. Literally, Learman is 10 inches taller than Jackson, and Jackson rejected it.
Jackson doesn't care about your height disparities. Jackson's just here to win the game.
King Hughes back, and we're going to have a traveling violation on Hughes.
Turnover number 10 on the day for the Crusaders. Got to do a better job of taking care of the ball and valuing each possession here. You only got 9 minutes left. You got to make up a 10-point deficit. Can't do that when you're not getting shots up.
Jackson again works it around to Weibel. Thought about it. Rutherford smartly back out. They trap Rutherford when Mooney wants a timeout. Good idea there by Mooney for the quick 30-second timeout. They've realized that they can trap anybody else but Jackson, but
they just have to get the ball out of Jackson's hands first, really. But yeah, Rockford Lutheran wants to trap on defense, wants to, you know, pressure. That's why they came out in that three-quarter court two-man press. But they really just can't stay in front of Wade Jackson, so they've had to, you know, hold off on a lot of that. So if they can get the ball in the hands of someone else, cause some turnovers, they'll be able to, you know, have a better shot of cutting into this 10-point lead quicker.
So 2:43 to go in the third quarter. The Comets with the ball and the lead. And Peter, just watch if the score remains the same, is Jackson the player of the tournament?
I don't know if I'd give it to Jackson or Cooper Weibel based on what we've seen so far today. And
Alley, and then blocked, and Rutherford is somehow able to track it down. And we're going to have a foul.
For a split second, I thought that was a shot. Then I realized that
it was a alley-oop.
Alley-oop attempt, or backdoor Wade Jackson.
So Brogy just picked up his third foul.
Going back to your point before that pass, I'd probably give it to Weibel just based on his shooting so far tonight and how he carried the offense scoring-wise. But Wade Jackson would not be a bad choice.
So 2:21. So foul trouble for the Crusaders galore. Brogy, Ellerton, Hughes all with 3 fouls. Hill is able with the steal, and Hill smartly gets it back out to Brogy and off the rim. Brogy fouls his own shot. Brogy takes it all the way to the hole, up and no good. And Hughes is going to finally get the rebound, and Hughes is going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Good work by Brogy to follow his shot there after the first miss. Good work by Anders Learman to keep the ball alive for Hughes.
Somehow there is 3 guys blocking out Learman on just that one possession. So that foul is on number 13, Cooper Weibel, his team's first. Hughes, 2 for 6 so far from the free throw line this tournament. Make that 2 for 7. Preston Sanders checks back in the game for the Crusaders. Again, Hughes, 28 points through the first 3 games. Only has 2 today so far. And he hits it. So the game again is back down to single digits, 29-20. To listen to the fan next to me, the Crusaders need a D up now. They've only given up 3 points so far in this quarter.
And they're trying to, but they...
Come on, man, he right there.
Jackson is able to break the zone by himself.
And Rutherford did a good job there splitting the double team, keeping possession alive. The guards for Rockford Lutheran are really working.
Nice pass, Weibel, wide open for 3 in the corner.
Looked like it was
short,
blocked.
and we're going to have a foul, a pushing foul on Weisinger.
Really good job there by Preston Sanders of closing out on Weibel and deflecting that shot.
So the Comets now put up their full court pressure. Weisinger is all over Hill. Hill with only 2 points in this game. Brogy, long 3, short. Wade Jackson now with 7 rebounds, and we're gonna have a foul. And I think that's gonna be on Ellerton, and that is, Ellerton just picked up his 4th foul. So Robinson will check in the game.
This is a very deep attempt by Brogy. I mean, he's knocked down quite a few threes throughout the weekend, but that was getting into NBA range there.
If he took one more step forward, Peter, he would have made that shot.
Yeah, came up a little short, yeah. And Peoria is in no rush here to attack with a 9-point lead with a minute to go here in the third. And no real need to, really, if you think about it.
There's Weibel with the free throw attempt, short. And Robinson would just check the game, and we're going to have a foul on It looks like number 24, Caleb Lawson.
I believe they just
correction.
dribbled it off of Lawson's foot out of bounds.
That's why I get paid the big bucks, Peter.
That's why I'm here. Correct your mistakes, Rye. Rockford Lutheran needs a bucket here. I mean, a three-pointer will turn this into a 2.
And Jackson steals it away from Brogy. Jackson takes it all the way and hits every part of the rim, and good. Jackson now with 9 points, and the lead is back up to 11 at 31-20. Brogy takes it hard to the hole, and Brogy will go to the free throw line for 2.
I was going to say that, a 3 there would have cut it to a 2-possession game, and here we are again, back to 11.
So it looks like that foul is on number 3. That was only Wade Jackson's first foul. So Brogy, he's got 12 points today, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Make that 2 for 2. He's really been the only offense so far today for the Crusaders. I mean, they only have 21 points, but Brogy's got 13 points, 3 for 4 from the free throw line so far in this tournament. Brogy hits them both, and again, we're down to a single-digit lead. You know, they've had some opportunities, Peter, and, they really haven't been closer than that 9-point threshold.
Every time they make a shot, Peoria seems to either clamp down defensively or make a shot of their own. Yeah, you're right. It's been this 9-point deficit the entire third quarter here.
Brogy's got to be careful as he's got 3 fouls.
He's just doing his best to try and stay in front of Jackson. That's no easy task.
10 seconds left. Jackson's moving. Jackson, nice pass down low, doesn't get it. Robinson's able to get the rebound, and Robinson's going to get fouled. Nice effort by Robinson on the boards, coming off the bench. And that foul's on number 24. This one's on Caleb Lawson, so ball don't lie, Peter. Both teams with 14 fouls. Hill gets it up. Hill, 2 seconds go. Hill can get fouled. And no foul. And going into the fourth quarter, the Comets lead the Crusaders 31-22.
I feel like we're at a very similar spot that we were at the end of the second quarter. Peoria is holding a multi-possession lead, doing a good job taking care of the ball, and I mean, keeping Rockford Lutheran from getting any offensive, chemistry going.
But Peter, we've had such a great day of basketball so far today. Up until really this game, all of our other games have been one score matchups up until the final few minutes.
And this one still, I mean, very, very reasonably could become a close game here. A couple threes by, very capable three-point shooters in Walter Hill and Blake Brogy, and we have a, one-possession game quickly. But, yeah, this one has been a little different from the rest in that it seems like since the get-go, Peoria has kind of maintained control of this game.
So Hill, with only 2 points, when he averaged 13 points a game through his first 3. Brogy with 14 points when he came in averaging a little over 11. Crusaders to get the ball to start the fourth quarter off. Okay. Hughes and Hill held quiet. Brogy with the runner, and good. And the score is down to 7.
Good take by Brogy. That runner is a very tough shot.
5:43 to go. And Peter, it feels like the Comets could have put this, they've had a lot of open shots that they could have put this game away a while ago, but the Crusaders are just kind of hanging around.
Yeah, they've basically had the same lead, haven't done anything to extend it at all this second half. They're kind of just content with, holding on to a double.
And we're going to have a traveling violation on Jackson.
Going back to your point, though, they really haven't looked at their attacking at all in this second half. And the few times they've had open shots, they just haven't knocked them down.
So Hill still hasn't got anything going offensively. Hill takes it hard, and we're going to have a no call. But you know what? The game is down to 5 points, 31-26.
Walter Hill getting going here early on in the fourth could be big for the Crusaders.
Weibel still hasn't scored in the second half. they're trying to top Rutherford. Rutherford, we're gonna have a jump ball. We're gonna have a jump ball, possession arrow, Comets. Rutherford has to be careful, Peter.
Rockford Lutheran's pressure has been serious and is the reason why they've been so successful this year and coming to this game with a 27-2 record. It's just that, I mean, Wade Jackson's made it look so easy to, you know, weave through, but that is
Jackson. Oh, Jackson. That was super close, but Jackson has to know where he is on the court.
Yeah, that's one of those turnovers you can 100% avoid in any situation, and you can't afford to have in the fourth quarter of the state championship.
Hill, nice pass, and it gets blocked by Jackson. What a closeout by Jackson. And Jackson's moving. Jackson takes a 1-on-4, in and out, and we're gonna have over the back call on Weisinger. Good box out by Preston Sanders, and the ball goes back to the Crusaders.
And really strong positioning by Sanders to draw the foul there on Weisinger, and move his team one foul closer to shooting bonus free throws.
Brogy with the step back. Smartly brings it back out. Comets only with 2 made field goals so far in the second half, Peter. 5 points total in 8 minutes of play. Hill with the little jumper, and Hill's got it. Walter Hill now with 4 points, and the lead is down to 3 at 31-28.
And to your stat you just pointed out, Ryan, Walter Hill with 2 made field goals here in the last 2 minutes himself.
And we're gonna have a blocking foul on number 24, Jalen Robinson. So Robinson now with 2 fouls. Team's 5th, so we're getting pretty close to that bonus game, Peter.
And we've seen, you know, earlier in games today, some teams not take advantage of those bonus free throws. Close game, that could end up being huge here as well.
Jackson's able to break it up. They got it. Jackson, nice runner in and out. The ball gets right back to Weisinger, and Weisinger's gonna get fouled. Huge offensive rebound by Weisinger, and he's gonna go to the free throw line for 2, and that foul's on number 22, Preston Sanders. So it's gonna be Sanders' first foul. Comets in bonus the rest of the way. Weisinger still has yet to make a free throw in this tournament. He's 0 for 3, but he'll get to go the line for 2. Off the back of the rim on the first. Weisinger with 6 points through the first 3 games. Hasn't scored yet today, but has 3 rebounds.
Peoria's got to take advantage of these free throws here as their lead's slowly shrinking.
And
there we go. Knocks
Weiser
that one down.
Converts the second.
Turns it back to a 2-possession game.
6 for 11 as a team. Brogy, long range 3. Oh my, Peter. Blake Brogy from J.J. Reddick distance out there. Reddick's got 19 points, and the lead is down to 1. 19.
Channeling my inner Bill Rafferty. That was,
and the ball goes out of bounds.
That was an Onions if I've ever seen one there, Ryan.
And we're close to a double order, Peter.
We're going that direction. And remember we were talking, 2 minutes and 45 seconds ago about how this was the first game that hadn't been a 1-possession game going into the fourth?
We're down to 1 point.
It's a 1-point game now, 3 minutes later.
So the key stats, though, 2 made field goals in the second half so far for the Comets. 2. Two.
I don't know if you'd agree with me on this, but watching the first 9 minutes here, it looks like they've just gotten very complacent on the offensive end.
The Comets have only 6 points in the second half so far.
They weren't attacking in that third quarter for the most part. They basically had relied on their defense to just hold Rockford Lutheran to no points and, hope they'd keep missing shots. And here now, Rockford Lutheran has started shooting well. They're 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth. And Peoria is still, acting complacently on offense.
So 32-31 is your score. Comets still leading. They've been leading from the get. Blake Brogy started the game off with a 3. So
yep.
Crusaders were up 3-0. That is the last lead that they've had, was 3-0. The Comets have been up no less than 5 points the entire game up until that last 3.
Yep. And here, Rockford Lutheran has a chance to actually take the lead. Coming into the fourth quarter, down 3 possessions.
Hill crosses up. Hill with the runner and banks it in. Walter Hill with 6 points in this quarter. And the Crusaders somehow, some way, have the lead.
He can't carry the ball like that.
Jackson works it around. Weiser gets the ball stolen away. And Robinson, nice pass to Brogy. Brogy gets under control and got it. Blake Brogy now with 7 points in the quarter. And the Crusaders are up 3 at 35-32.
I mean, Blake Brogy and Walter Hill have 4
He
more.
steps out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Crusaders. What a turn of event, Pete.
And we're gonna get, nope, no timeout. But yeah, what a turn of events there.
The Crusaders are on a 15-1 run. 15-1 run over the last 6 minutes, Peter.
How many field goals has Peoria made in the second half? 2 still?
2.
Walter Hill and Blake Brogy have 6 combined here in the fourth quarter alone. I mean, Rockford Lutheran shooting 6 of 7 from the field.
Brogy with the, he is
Make it 7 of 8. Why not? Why
Blake
not?
Brogy is unconscious. 23 points for Brogy, and it can just is unconscious, Peter.
Peoria needs something to go right offensively here to kill this momentum, and they're turning the pressure up even higher now. They got,
nice
what a pass.
And it misses. And another miss by, and we're gonna have a jump ball, but 2 point-blank chances for Lawson, and misses both of them. And the possession arrow goes to the Crusaders.
What a turn of events.
Blake Brogy is dropping single, double, and triple sets of onions in this fourth quarter. 23 points for Brogy, and somehow the Crusaders are up 5.
It's 15-1 in the fourth quarter. I mean,
17-1 run overall.
That's impressive. It's Rockford Lutheran. Props to them for not, letting this game get away from them being down and trailing most of the second half. The fourth quarter, they just came out firing.
And we're gonna have a timeout by Coach John Penny.
Now really the scripts have flipped, and Rockford Lutheran's the side that doesn't really need to, do anything offensively. You have a 2-possession lead. You have the ball. There's less than 2 minutes to go. All the momentum's on your side. Just don't commit any silly turnovers, and you should be sitting pretty. State title is right there within your reach at this point.
Peter, I have to admit, if the Crusaders hold on, I think the tournament MVP is Blake Brogy.
I would agree there. I mean, he carried the team in the first half when legitimately nobody else could really get going. He had 12 of the team's 15 first half points. Here in the fourth quarter, he's knocked down 4 shots. He's got 9 more points. He's got 23 for the game. I'm sold.
So here we are, Crusaders with the ball, up 5, 150 to go on the fourth quarter of the championship game.
Peoria needs a steal.
They get it into Hughes.
They don't need a foul quite yet. I mean, there's a minute 45 to go. They can go for a turnover.
Brogy, you can see in his eyes, he wants to end this now. And then Hill gets the ball stolen away. Weibel, as we're going to have a timeout, Mooney. Nice, great effort there by Weibel. And the ball will go back to the Comets.
And great call there by Coach Mooney to get the timeout. Well, I guess Weibel had his sole possession of the basketball.
He did. So Weibel did have possession of the ball.
Yeah.
So it was great. That is the benefit of a three-man officiating team.
Sure. And that saves the possession arrow. Saves the possession arrow for Peoria for, potentially needing it later.
So 1:35 to go. Comets down 5 with the ball. Went back when I was saying with only 2 made field goals. Weibel with 12 points at halftime. Scoreless so far in the second half.
Defense is done. I mean, outside of a few opportunities he had from that left corner early on in the third quarter, defense has done a really good job, identifying where he is on the court and not giving him any open looks.
So Daquan Little and Torres Bauer just checked in the game. Jackson's pushing. 1:29 to go. Jackson works around a Weibel. Weibel wide open for 3 in the corner. Off the rim. Fouls his own shot. And the ball gets knocked away, and it will stay with the Comets.
Weibel had the whole right side of the court to himself there and just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Rutherford needs to get it in. 1:20 to go. Rutherford almost loses it. Jackson, they got to be careful. Foul just checked in. Weibel wide open in the corner. 110. They're down 5. They need to start getting going.
They're trying. They're just not finding
And
anything.
the ball goes through the hands. And it's going to be Crusaders basketball with a minute to go.
Peoria is not taking care of the ball here in the fourth quarter. That's 6 fourth quarter turnovers, and that's another storyline as we watch Rockford Lutheran potentially put the icing on the cake of this incredible second half comeback on the state championship final.
They spread it out. Hill, I'd say Peter probably at the. I think you're going to foul now, and that's not the person you want to foul. But luckily, the next one is. Actually, the next one is bonus. That's only 16 fouls. 16 fouls.
Next one will be shooting. So if you're Coach Mooney here, you're making sure drilling into the people you have on court, kids you have on the court. Brogy and Hill can't touch the ball. And if they do touch the ball, you have to force it out of their hands because those two are, just on fire in rhythm shooting-wise, and I would not want to see them at the free throw line.
So Crusaders have the ball at half court, up 5. And again, I think you're setting up, you're going to try to steal the inbounds play. And if you can't get the steal, you're going to foul right away.
You got to extend this last 45 seconds as long as you possibly can.
45 seconds to go. Brogy to inbounds, which is a little surprising considering I would put him on as to shoot free throws. Brogy gets it into Hill.
Gets it into Hill, and back to Brogy.
And they got to be careful, and they're going for the steal. And we're going to have a smart foul on Rutherford. So that's going to be Rutherford's 4th foul. And to the free throw line for 2 is number 22, Preston Sanders. But wow, Peter, what a game we've had. 17-1 run over the last 5.5 minutes of play. And the free throw line for a 1-and-1 is number 22, Preston Sanders.
Rockford Lutheran bringing Learman back in for rebounding and defensive purposes, I'd assume. See if Sanders can knock down these free throws. We saw in the girls' championship, Palatine had plenty of opportunities to ice the game with free throws.
Sanders hasn't scored today.
Misses
the first. And we're going to have a foul, or over-the-back foul on Sanders. So Sanders misses the first.
It's a good box out by Rutherford on Sanders there to draw the foul. Did a really good job of holding his own.
So that foul, it was on, like I said, Sanders, his 2nd. So free throw line for a 1-and-1 is Kenneth Rutherford. Rutherford 3 for 3 from the free throw line so far in this game. He's got 5 points in these huge free throws, Peter.
Best case scenario for Peoria, they get an opportunity to score twice with no time coming off the clock.
Rebound.
And he doesn't get it. And Jackson will get whistled for the foul right away. Huge rebound out of Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2 from the free throw line in this game. He has only 1 point. He's got a total of 4 points so far in this tournament, and he's going to go to the free throw line for a huge 1-and-1.
Sure, he wouldn't mind adding, 5 and 6 here. He makes both. Turn this into a 7-point game. I don't know if 3 possessions is going to be something you can overcome in 35 seconds.
And he hits it. What a free throw. Robinson with his 2nd point of the game, and the lead is up to 2 possessions at 6 points.
Well, if he gets this 2nd one, he'll make it a 7-point lead in a 3-possession game.
And he doesn't hit the 2nd. Rebound by Little, and they've got a hit. Long 3 attempt by Jackson. It's in and out. But huge rebound by Hughes, and we're going to have a timeout. Coach Penny. And Peter, he didn't really need to call timeout since he was going to get fouled there, but I assume they wanted they wanted someone else. Hughes not being a strong free throw shooter, they wanted someone else to go to the free throw line there.
That would be my guess as well. He had timeouts to use. That's a great situation to use it. He's got 2 left, it looks like. Yep, Rockford Lutheran just has to inbound this ball to one of their free throw shooters now, and I'd say if Brogy or he'll get to the line, I'd care to assume they can knock down at least 1 of 2 and turn this into a 3-possession game, and there's only 28 seconds left. That would be quite the comeback here, Rye.
So 28 seconds to go. Crusaders with the ball. Full court pressure by the Comets. And Brogy to inbound. They're getting to Hill right away. And that is the person they want, that they don't want to foul. And then he throws it away. And Jackson stepped over the back, gets around to 3-point attempt in and out is no good by Bow. And a missed point-blank shot by Jackson, and they're finally fouling.
Couple opportunities there.
And that's been the second half, Peter. Not enough, not being able to convert those opportunities, Peter.
And they've had them. And when they had them that whole second half, they weren't able to knock shots down, and it eventually came back to bite them when Rockford Lutheran went on that run.
So Robinson again to the line for a 1-and-1. He's 2 for 4 from the free throw line this game. That actually was going to be Rutherford's 5th foul. So Rutherford leaves the game with 5 points. Checking into the game for the first time today is number 5, Nick Louderman, a 5'2" 7th grader. So 6-point game, 38-32. And he hits the huge free throw. And that makes it a 3-possession game, Peter. And the number 1 seed, the Crusaders, are that much closer of breaking the 2-year championship run by the Comets.
About 13 seconds away at this point.
Misses the shot. Jackson with the rebound. They need to go quickly. Louderman with the 3-pointer, almost banks it in. Bow with the rebound. Excuse me, Little with the rebound. Jackson almost banks in, and there it is. Your 2019 Illinois Grade School State Basketball Champions, the Crusaders from Rockford Lutheran. What a remarkable comeback. You can call them the comeback kids. Win again. Return the favor after losing just a few weeks ago by 15 points. But what a comeback of ages, Peter. Down 11 points with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter and win going away.
Just controlled the game the entire 4th quarter, came out and knocked down 6 of their first 7 shots. And that was really the difference. They went on a run, and their defense was strong enough to hold off Peoria, who really didn't have a rhythm at all in the second half. Great win for the Crusaders. Very impressed.
What a comeback, what a game. Leading the way for the winning Crusaders is Blake Brogy with 23 points. Walter Hill added in 8. King Hughes and Jalen Robinson added in 3, and Anders Lehman added in a bucket. Learman. And in the losing effort, the Comets, it was Cooper Weibel with 12 points. Wade Jackson added in 9. Caleb Lawson added in 5. Kenneth Rutherford added in 5. And Weisinger added in a point. What a finish, Peter. What a comeback. I am shocked how that game finished up.
I mean, the first 3 quarters, you know, we would have expected any other outcome. For Rockford Lutheran to win so handily is just incredible based on how the first 18 minutes of this game played.
Oh. But again, this is Peter Roth and Ryan Roth. Great day of action. And let's go down to Jim Kroll for some medal ceremony and player of the tournament.
I know. I've been pulling it off.
And now for the award presentation. Before we get started, I've been tweeting throughout the day at Luth Sports on Twitter, and I posted this a while ago. Players play fans cheer, and refs ref. Thanking God for talented athletes, spirited fans, and focused officials. State 2019. I think that summarizes the game that we just watched.
One right there. Jackson, right over there. Behind you.
We will present the second place trophy and the second place medallion. Then we'll do the first place trophy, game ball, banner, champion medallions, and then we'll do the all-tournament team and the Sportsmanship Award. Taking the second place trophy home with them this evening are the Comets from Christ, Peoria.
My hands got sticky because I touched something. My hands got sticky. Oh, Dad.
Would you please welcome Mr. Eric Young? Eric serves the LSA as the chair of the boys division and a co-chair of the entire tournament. Mr. Young.
Thank you. So guys, when I call your name, come on up and we'll give you your medal. Number 3, Wade Jackson. Number 4, Daquan Little.
Now I can sit.
Number 5, Nick Louderman. Number 10, Corey Weisinger. Number 11, Kenneth Rutherford. Number 12, Tarius Boa. Number 13, Cooper Weibel. Number 21, Joe Lamberti. Number 22, Hector Izagari. Number 23, Kendall Johnson. Number 24, Caleb Lawson. Number 32, Nehemiah Holland. Number 33, Abram Gunn. Number 35, Cameron Grayer. Principal, Terry Mooney Sr. Assistant Coach, Dario Lamberti. Head Coach, Terry Mooney Jr.
At this time, it's my pleasure and honor to present the championship trophy to our 2019 state champion, the Crusaders from Rockford Lutheran Junior High. Crusaders, we now have the game ball. And Crusaders, would you come forward again to get your championship banner?
All right, once again, when we call your name, guys, come on up and get your medal. Number 2, Oshavian Dismuke. Number 12, Walter Hill. Number 13, Blake Brogy. Number 14, Brody Pletch. Number 15, Carter Ellerton. Number 20, Colin Jones. Number 21, King Hughes. Number 22, Preston Sanders. Number 23, Jaden Gray. Number 24, Jalen Robinson. Number 25, Jonah Miller. Number 35, Samuel Sawtell. Number 50, Anders Learman. Principal, Amanda Norman. Athletic Director, Josh Sternquist. Superintendent, Don Gillingham. Assistant Coach, Walt Hill. Assistant Coach, Chad Brogy. And Head Coach, John Penny. From here, we're going to move on to our all-tournament team selections all weekend long as the games were watched, games were balloted on, and players were voted on. From those tabulations, we have a list of 15 members of this year's all-tournament team. And then from these 15, we'll eventually name the tournament MVP. So, if you are here and I call your name, come on down and receive your medal. From Collinsville Good Shepherd, Elliot Wilson. From Christ Peoria, Kenneth Rutherford. From Emmanuel Palatine, Nick Tangeny. From Rockford Lutheran, Walter Hill. From Trinity Roselle, Ben Zielinski. From Trinity Bloomington, Owen Sen. From St. Paul Mount Prospect, Charlie Gilmer. From Rockford Lutheran, Blake Brogy. From Trinity Roselle, Ethan Barada. From Christ Peoria, Wade Jackson. From St. Peter, Arlington Heights, Jonathan Rigg. From Emmanuel East Dundee, Evan Spank. From Emmanuel Palatine, Quinn Golitz. From St. Mark's, Steelville, Carter Wasson. And finally from Rockford Lutheran, King Hughes. And from these 15 all-tournament team members, we've chosen our tournament MVP. This year, your 2019 tournament MVP is Blake Brogy from Rockford Lutheran. And we have one more award we're going to give. We'll go to sportsmanship next, once we get the picture taken care of. All right, thank you, boys. So we're going to wrap today up with the Sportsmanship Award and then a final prayer. So stick around here for a moment or two more. For sportsmanship, in the same way with all tournament team, we've been watching and evaluating fans, coaches, players, officials to determine our sportsmanship winner. This year, the LSA Sportsmanship Award for the boys' side of the bracket goes to Trinity Lutheran from Bloomington, Illinois. All right, so we're going to close this weekend with prayer, and then we'll get time to get pictures and everyone on their way. So if you would, please fold your hands, bow your heads with me, and we'll end this tournament in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us here to the end of this weekend. Thank you for all of the many, many people involved in this weekend, from officials to players to coaches and, of course, parents and families and referees. Thank you for all the energy and time and effort that was put in this weekend. Thanks for making the weekend great for us. Bless us as we all head in our separate directions, heading back home, and bring us back safely here next year for one more tournament. In your name we pray, amen.